None,
your
sir.
career down the road. People
None.
might not want to book you in Texas or Arizona or California.
Sir. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Let's let that.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first?
He performed.
Snoop is just really hilarious.
Snoop Dogg is funny,
He's doing all the...
Y'all, Katt Williams just came out swinging with some words for Snoop Dogg that have the entire internet buzzing right now. We're talking about one of comedy's most outspoken voices telling one of hip-hop's biggest legends that he's been manipulated and used by the industry. Katt didn't hold back when he said Snoop has been turned into something he never intended to be. And honestly, the receipts he's bringing up have people looking at Snoop's whole career differently.
Just want to say this real quick, now on a political shit. All you people for the federal government that got not getting paid right now, ain't no fucking way in the world y'all can vote for Donald Trump when he come back up again. If y'all do vote for him, y'all some stupid motherfuckers.
Was inaugurated as the 47th president of the United States of America. Snoop Dogg performed at the Crypto Ball. Now, Snoop Dogg, he got the backlash because people are like, wait, this isn't the same Snoop from 2016 who had so much to say about the artist performance.
Events, heard Snoop shout out Katt's comedy, and watched Katt praise Snoop's music and business moves. These aren't enemies, which is exactly why Katt's recent Katt Williams has built his entire career on being the guy who says what everybody else is thinking but too scared to say out loud. From his stand-up specials to his interviews, Katt has never been one to bite his tongue about the entertainment industry. He's called out comedians, actors, musicians, and executives for years. Meanwhile, Snoop Dogg has transformed himself from a Long Beach gangster rapper.
Yeah. Get your life right. Stop worrying about mine. I'm cool. I'm together. Still a black man. Still 100% black.
America's favorite uncle figure. But Katt Williams is saying, hold up, let's examine what that transformation really cost. According to Katt, Snoop didn't just evolve naturally, he was molded.
Here's where it gets interesting. Katt Williams recently sat down for an interview, and when Snoop's name came up, you could see something shift in his expression.
Of course, Snoop has responded to the backlash he received for performing for a Trump event. One of the things he pointed out was that we always stick together. We're good at tearing each other apart, which is pretty constant. It's pretty consistent when somebody gets into trouble. It takes backlash from the community. It's always a communal thing. It isn't any action they took. It is the fact that we can't stay together, that we can't stick together, that it's us always attacking us. But that flies in the face of the reality of what's happening right now. It is not us who are tearing down affirmative action. It is not us who is tearing down DEI. It is not us who are tearing families apart. It is not us who have decided that affirmative action and rollbacks that have been that had precedent for 50, 60 years are gone. It is not us that is doing it. It is, I think most people are disappointed because they saw you a specific way, and you have a right to kind of interpret and do whatever artistically you want to. No one's begrudging you that. But why the attack on the community because they disagree with something you did?
Paraphrasing here, that Snoop Dogg has been so busy saying yes to every opportunity that he's lost sight of who he was supposed to be. Katt pointed out that the same guy who made Murder Was the Case is now dancing with Martha Stewart and selling T-Mobile plans to suburban families. Now, Katt wasn't just throwing shade for the sake of it. He specifically mentioned how Snoop has become the go-to black celebrity for corporations that want street credibility without any actual street edge. According to Katt, these companies use Snoop's image and his past to market products, but they've completely stripped away anything that made Snoop dangerous or revolutionary in the first place. Katt called it cultural sanitization, and he warned Snoop that when you let the industry do
Snoop is just really hilarious.
Snoop Dogg is funny,
He's doing all these things.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first?
He performed.
The internet absolutely exploded when clips of Katt's interview started circulating. Twitter was on fire with people debating whether Katt was being a hater or speaking truth. Some folks came to Snoop's defense immediately, saying that the man is just securing his bag and taking care of his family. They argued that Snoop has every right to capitalize on his fame and that turning down money doesn't make you more authentic. One tweet that went viral said something like, "Y'all want Snoop to stay broke and struggling to prove he's real? Let the man eat." But then you had the other side. And honestly, they were making some solid points too. People started pulling up examples of how Snoop seems to promote literally anything if the check is right. We're talking about crypto scams, questionable business ventures, and products that have nothing to do with hip-hop or Black culture. One person on Twitter compiled a whole thread of contradictory. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Katt Williams didn't just criticize Snoop and leave it there. He actually drew a line between what's happening with Snoop and bigger issues in the entertainment industry. Katt talked about how the system specifically targets influential Black men who have the potential to inspire real change or challenge the status quo. According to Katt, the industry offers these men money and opportunities on the condition that they soften their message and become palatable to mainstream audiences. The goal, Katt claims, is to neutralize their power while still profiting from their image and cultural capital. Katt brought up other examples too, though he was careful not to name too many names directly. But he alluded to other Black entertainers who started with revolutionary messages and ended up as corporate. However, it's worth noting that Snoop has addressed similar criticism before, though not specifically from Katt. In past interviews, Snoop has defended his business decisions by saying he's creating generational wealth for his family. He's talked about how he grew up with nothing and now has the opportunity to make sure his kids and grandkids never struggle the way he did. Snoop has also said that he's proud of being able to work across different industries and audiences because it proves his versatility and staying power. But Katt would probably argue that's exactly the justification the industry wants you to use. It's easy to defend selling out when you frame it as providing for your family. But at what point does securing the bag become compromising your integrity? At what point does saying yes to every opportunity mean you're no longer standing for anything? Now, let's dig into the deeper story here, because this isn't just about Katt and Snoop. This is about a pattern that's been happening in entertainment for decades. The industry has a long history of taking Black artists who start with revolutionary or authentic messages and slowly transforming them into something more marketable to white audiences. Think about how many rappers started their careers talking about police brutality and systemic racism, then ended up doing Super Bowl commercials and reality TV shows. Katt Williams himself has resisted this path, which is partly why his career has been so turbulent compared to someone like Snoop. Katt has turned down major opportunities because they would have required him to soften his comedy or change his message. He's been open about rejecting movie roles. There's also the generational aspect to consider. Younger folks who discovered Snoop through his commercials and TV appearances might not even know about his gangster rap origins. To them, Snoop has always been this cool, laid-back guy who smokes weed and makes everything funny. They don't necessarily connect him to Death Row Records, the East Coast-West Coast rivalry, or the social commentary in his early music. In a way, Katt's arguing that the industry has successfully erased Snoop's revolutionary past and replaced it with a brand that's fun and harmless. Some industry analysts have pointed out that Snoop's transformation mirrors what happens to a lot of Black cultural movements. Hip-hop itself started as a voice for marginalized communities, speaking truth to power about poverty, racism, and police violence. Now, the comparison between Katt and Snoop really highlights two different paths in the entertainment industry. One path is Snoop's, say yes to opportunities, build wealth, achieve mainstream success, and become a beloved cultural figure across demographics. The other path is Katt's. Stay true to your original message, refuse to compromise, deal with the consequences, and maintain credibility with your core audience, even if it means being shut out of certain opportunities. Neither path is perfect, and honestly, both men have made choices that can be questioned. But what makes Katt's warning powerful is that it's coming from someone who chose the harder road. He's not speaking, and maybe that's okay. Maybe that's just what happens when you get older and your priorities change. Maybe wanting to build generational wealth is more important than maintaining street credibility. But Katt's point is that Snoop should at least be honest about what's happened instead of trying to act like he's still the same person he was 30 years ago. The really fascinating thing about this whole situation is that it's forcing a bigger conversation about authenticity in hip-hop and Black entertainment generally. Can you be authentic if you're selling products to suburban families? Can you maintain credibility while appearing in Super Bowl commercials? Is it possible to serve both the culture and corporate America? Or do you eventually have to choose? These aren't easy questions. The interesting thing is going to be watching whether this opens up a bigger conversation or if it just blows over like most celebrity drama does. Will other artists start questioning their own choices? Will younger entertainers learn from this and think more carefully about what opportunities they accept? Or will everyone just keep doing what they've been doing because the money is too good to turn down? What I do know is that Katt Williams just said out loud what a lot of people have been thinking privately. Whether you agree with him or not, he's forcing us to examine what we value more, success and wealth or authenticity and principles. And honestly, maybe the answer is different for everybody. So now